All right, we're just a few moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from the GNC2 main event. It'll be 18 riders, 16 of the 16 laps the distance. They're headed over to turn number 4. When they get there, we'll go through the starting lineup. Chris Carr, the 7-time champion. We'll see who our winner is on Twitter in just a little bit. But are you ready to go with this main event? Our first main event of the second round?
Yeah, I'm very interested to watch this. We got some new faces in this main event. So a couple new faces on the front row. We got some riders that have won here before. This is a stacked GNC2 final. I can't wait.
All right, let's go trackside one more time before we get started with Heather.
Hey guys, I can't wait either, and I think I have the best seat in the house right now. I'm standing right outside turn 4 as the riders are going to be making their way to the front stretch here to get lined up for this main event. The GNC2 class has been exciting so far. Fans, what do you think? I think it was pretty good. Make sure you tweet us. If you're watching on Fans Choice, you can tweet us at AMA Pro Flat Track. You can tweet myself at Heather DeBow, or you can also tweet the guys in the booth, Scotty Dubler or Chris Carr. We'll try to get your questions answered for you. But as I said, the riders are making their way right here. Our pole sitter's making his way to the front of the line. So we got action coming your way real shortly.
On the pole, ladies and gentlemen, the rookie just went right on bikes. He means business. He's going right to the line. 24J from Flushing, Michigan. The TCR MPS Honda. The 24J is Parker Norris. Starting second. He's already gone through, too. These rookies are ready to race, Chris. Starting second from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. Last night's winner, the DGR Motorsports Yamaha 14A, Dalton Gauthier. In that third starting spot from Holly, New York, the Elder Trucking RLJ Racing Honda. It is the 19B of Justin Jones. Up next from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, the Energia Energy Shot Honda CRF 450, the 32L, Jesse Janish. Up next, the rider comes to us from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, the Peters Motorsports Evan Coolant entry, number 63A, Jesse Long. Last bike on the front row, the rider from Albion, New York. It's the Parkinson Brothers Racing, Fat Guys Racing Honda, 94B, Flying Ryan Wells. And now we go back to row number 2. This rider finished third place in the point standings last year. He comes to us from Barrington, New Hampshire, the Moose Racing Weisco Pistons Honda 27U, Jamison Minor. Eighth pick, second on row number 2. No sponsors listed here. The rider from Hartford, South Dakota, the 2-time Daytona Flat Track winner, number 76L, Garrett Calise. Up next in row number 2, the rider from Philpott, Kentucky, the Cycle World Suzuki Team 95 entry, number 69C, Hayden Gillum. Starting 10th, ladies and gentlemen, from Modesto, California, the GPS Racing Yamaha Motor Corporation, the son of
almond farmer,
number 23Z, James Monaco. Now we go back to the 11th starter. He is from Whitehall, Maryland, moving up to the GNC2 class, riding the Don's Kawasaki Myers Motorsports entry, number 92S, Brandon Price. Last bike, row number 2, the rider from Holly, Michigan. It is the Low Life Performance Recluse Clutches Honda, number 20J, that is Ben Lau. Now we go back to row number 3, the riders that did it the hard way. They came from the semifinals. Up next is the rider who's celebrating his 18th birthday. He comes to us from Salinas, California, the Salinas Cycle Stop Honda. Ladies and gentlemen, 11Z, Andrew Luker. Starting 14th from Simi Valley, California, the Dylan Morin Racing Arai Helmet Kawasaki, number 26E, Dylan Morin. Starting 15th, our next rider up is from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. The Michelin's Harley-Davidson Steel Horse entry, tonight riding a Honda, 69L, Morgan Michler. Up next, this rider's coming to us from Canandaigua, New York. The KC Cycle Helmet World Honda, number 36B. They call him the Flying Tomato, Colby Carlisle. Starting 17th from St. Louisville, Ohio, the Gray Hogs Weimer Cycle Arai Helmet entry, number 23F, Jeffrey Lowry. And starting tail of the field from parts unknown, New York, riding the Mike McGill Trucking Doug Nelson Honda, number 17B, Mike Lanehart. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting lineup for our first main event of the night. This is the GNC2 final. Let's put our hands together for the fastest 18 GNC2 riders tonight. Chris Carr, they are staged up and ready to go. Are you ready for our first final?
Yeah, I'm ready to get this thing going. You know, there's a lot of really good young short track racers in this field. A few of them have been in this class for maybe a year or two too long, but nevertheless, this is going to be very exciting. We got Gautier here lined up to the inside of Norris, winner last night. To the outside of Norris, who's here for the first time, by the way. We got one of last year's winners, the 19B of Justin Jones, as they get ready to go. We've got some experience and some rookies, Daytona flat track rookies at the professional level. And this should be really exciting. On the third row inside, Andrew Luker, one of the winners from last year as well.
Anybody's race. I don't know if people can come all the way from row number 3 to get to the front, but anything can happen at the Daytona flat track. That is something we've learned in the past.
Well, we saw Brad Baker come all the way up in his semi to third place from an 18th or third row starting spot, starting on the very outside, so he certainly has the potential.
Well, we will see if Dalton Gautier can make it 2 for 2. You said earlier today, Chris Carr, that it was easy to get your second win after you got your first win.
It really is. You know, the first win is always the toughest, especially when you've been close. Gautier a year ago was on the podium here one of our nights. He finished pretty well both nights. I think he looked really good and comfortable in his heat race. I believe him to be the guy to beat, but Justin Jones is riding real well too.
Here we go.
Those two former winners.
A couple of bikes were getting hot deep in the field. Light turns green. Gautier's on the inside. Look at Wells. He was 6th from the outside, went straight to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to try to come off the inside, but he is deep in the field. Gautier takes him down the back straightaway. Janish in second. Justin Jones is right third.
Oh, Jones pushes the front end real hard. Does a good job of keeping the wheel underneath him. But man, almost pushed that thing all the way up into the hay bales.
One guy off of the pace in turn number 4. No harm, no foul. We're going to keep on racing. Now another rider goes down in turn number 1. We're going to keep on going until we see a red flag or a checker flag. That's what we do on two-wheel motorcycle racing. Gautier out front. Second is Jesse Janish. He started up there last night and went to the back in a hurry. Justin Jones, he makes short time of it, takes over that second position. He has to keep Gautier in his sights.
This could be a really good race here. Gautier wins last night. Jones a year ago, 2 former winners, both like this track tonight. Jones up the inside takes the lead.
And it looked like he reached up and pulled off all of his tear-offs, so that we'll keep our eyes on that. Gautier goes back up the inside and takes a, wow, they touch going into turn number 1. Gautier hit a bump, the back end touches Jones. Jones sets him up. He's going to try to come back up the inside off of turn number 2. Look at the race we have at Daytona Flat Track.
It looks like Jones has 1 and 2 dialed. Gautier has 3 and 4 dialed. Let's hope we see this for the next 13 laps or so. This is awesome.
This is our first main event. It is the GNC2 class, 16 laps. We have 18 riders. We've lost a few of them already. It's Jones out front, Gautier, Jesse Janish still in third. Look at Dylan Morin, who won his semi. He is all the way up to the 4th spot, Chris.
I'm not surprised. Riders in the semi got used to this track. This is totally different than what these two rode on the heat races. But these guys are certainly making a good adaptation. But Morin is coming forward.
He is up to third. Dylan Morin, his fastest lap's a 1:9.823. Now it's a 1:9, actually .669. It's getting faster as he's getting clearer track. He sets his sights down the leader. It's Jones back out front, Gautier in second.
Yeah, Jones starting to separate a little bit here. Morin moving forward, trying to creep his way up, see if he can put some pressure on Gautier for second. Jones looking comfortable, just like he did here a year ago when he won one of our 2 races in 2015.
He just looked up as he came up to, looked at the big screen, which is a new addition here at Daytona Flat Track, says, oh, I got the lead. He looked at how far he was out front. Dylan Morin sets his sights on Gautier. He has came from way back in row number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the 26E.
Morin around the outside into turn 1.
Wow.
Puts Gauthier a spot back. Gauthier trying to fight back up the inside into 3. No go. Dylan Morin has a lot of momentum going right now. Had a really quick lap that last time by.
He is really working that front end. We're just halfway through. He's came from 18th up to 2nd. He took 2 years off of racing after some injuries, and now he's back at it, and he looks better than ever. Jones out front. Morin in 2nd. Gauthier, last night's winner in 3rd. Jesse Janish this time staying up there towards the front. He's back and forth. Wells is in 5th. Jamison Miner, Ben Lau, Brandon Price, Jeffrey Lowry, Andrew Luca rounds out your top 10.
Dylan Morin eating into the lead here of our leader, Justin Jones. Inching forward, gaining about a bike length per half a lap. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in position to make a move within the next lap.
He has to have a lot of confidence right now, knowing that he's came from dead last of the field, and he knows that that's the leader because nobody else is in front of him.
Yeah, great run by our semifinal winner. Proves that you can come from the 3rd row and win at Daytona in a 16-lap race as he tries to run it up around the outside of our leader. Gets the thing turned, gets it kind of hooked up. They're side by side down the front stretch.
Look how fast he picked his foot up and got it on the peg. That puts the traction to the rear wheel. Dylan Moore trying to go the long way around. Here he comes, new leader off of turn number 2 from the back of the pack to the front. It's Dylan Moore in 26E, your new leader from California.
Yeah, great pass. He's going the smooth way around right now. Jones was protective of the inside, going off into the corner, dealing with the bumps. Let's see if Morin sticks with his line, goes around the 2 bumps, gets the thing turned, kind of creeps it through the middle, doesn't real get overly aggressive with the throttle, gets it turned, goes the other way, and he's starting to set sail.
We'll see if these GNC1 riders are paying attention to this young up-and-comer Dylan Morin right now.
I'll tell you what, I sure am, and if I were one of them tonight, I'd be watching this one here.
Well, you're the 7-time champ. Do you have time to watch what's going on in the race before you?
You make time.
If
you want to learn something, if you're struggling, you want to figure out how to do it, this is a great preview of what needs to be done to win the GNC1 final. 2
laps left, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Morin, I believe he's looking for his first win in the GNC2 class. Remember, he took 2 years off from injury, and he'd only raced a few years before that. So this guy is showing you what he's got. Daytona flat track. White flag will be coming out. Here they come. Leader off of 4. White flag is in the air for Dylan Morin, Justin Jones, and those 2 are more than a straightaway ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, Gauthier still running a solid 3rd place, but man, these guys checked out. Their lap times in the mid-19s. Off they go. Dylan Morin into turn 3.
Here they come. Final lap, final corner from the back of the pack, ladies and gentlemen. He started 14th. He will take the victory. Dylan Morin wins Daytona. 2nd, Justin Jones. We'll wait for everybody else to come across the line. There's 3rd, Gauthier. 4th is Wells. 5th, a Kawasaki rider. I believe that's the 92. That's a Price. Comes across the line. Here comes everybody else. Dylan Morin taking the win. He is pumped up. Justin Jones does a 1-footed wheelie down the back straightaway. Morin picking up Daytona flat track win here, round number 2, night number 2 at the short track at Daytona. Dylan Morin, man, how cool is that? He's taking a victory lap. And they said, they don't give me a checkered flag. It's all right. I'll get some applause anyway. You can put your hands together for your winner, Dylan Morin. We'll get the top 3 to the podium. Again, Morin, your winner of the Kawasaki. Justin Jones 2nd. Dalton Gauthier 3rd. Ryan Wells 4th. Brandon Price, a solid finish right here in his debut as a GNC2 rider. 5th spot. 6th is 27U. Jamison Miner. Jesse Jadish faded a little bit at the end. Finishes 7th. Ben Lau 8th. Andrew Luker on his 18th birthday. 9th place finish. Jeffrey Lowry rounds out your top 10. 11th, Hayden Gillum on the 69C. 12th is James Monaco. 13th, Colby Carlisle. 14th, Mike Lanehart. 69L, Morgan Mishler. 76L, Garrett Cleese. 63A, Jesse Long. Rounding out your field, the 24J of Parker Norris. That was GNC2 main event. Up next will be our GNC1 main event. We're also trying to figure out who our Energia Fast Moving Forward Award winner is. We'll find that out here shortly. But now, we're going to go up to that victory podium for the first time tonight down here in the center of the racetrack.
I think our Fast Moving Forward Award winner won the race.
Absolutely. Let's go trackside. Dylan Morin, Heather, take it away.
Dylan, you put on heck of a show out there. You came from 14th all the way to 1st. I believe this might also be your first win. What do you think about that?
It is my first win, and I'm freaking pumped. I can't believe it right now. That semi was pretty rough, and getting up here from the last row I couldn't believe I just did that.
Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people that you would like to thank that got you here because you've been working really hard to get to this spot, and some of these riders should look out for you. So who would you like to thank tonight?
Well, first of all, I got to thank my dad for coming out here all the way from California with me, putting up with my crap. I got to thank Arai Helmets, Kawasaki at Simi Valley, Paulot for helping me out tune my bike. Everybody from Arizona, thank you so much. And Interloin Energy Company, thanks for helping me out, get me to Daytona.
Congratulations again. That was a great run for you, all the way from 14th to 1st. Guys, what did you think about that show?
Well, Chris, now we know it can be done. From 14th, from the third row, to win in the GNC2 class. Maybe we'll see it in the GNC1 class, but one heck of a ride for that rider who, remember, he missed 2 seasons with injury. He is back with us at Daytona Flat Track. Picking up the win, Dylan Moore in the 26C. Let's go back to the podium for 2nd and 3rd place.
For Justin Jones, 2's your number here in Daytona, 2nd place on the podium 2 nights in a row. You still have to be happy about that, correct?
I couldn't be happier, other than one more step up on the podium, but I'll take a second. Dylan was on rails tonight. Hats off to him, man. He just rode around me like I was sitting still. I mean, he definitely had a dial tonight. I got out front, and I kind of settled down a little bit, took a peek over on the big screen on the back straightaway, noticed I had a pretty good gap, and about 3-4 laps later, I looked up, and there's a rider going around outside of me. I couldn't believe it. And actually, last Sunday, me and Dylan got into it at another race in Volusia, Florida. I felt bad. I fell down, and he ran me over. So it feels good, both of us, to be up here.
Well, congratulations again. Great run tonight. Now we're going to go over and catch up with our 3rd place finisher, last night's GNC2 main event winner, Dalton Gauthier. Dalton, talk about your run out there tonight.
I got the whole shot, and Jones passed me, and I tried to get him back. I got him back once, and then he made the pass back on me, but the bike was all right. Dylan was on rails, and he went around me like I was stopped, and I couldn't believe it, but I'm on the box, and I'm happy about it, but I think it could have been better, but it's always next year, and try and two-peat next year. I couldn't get it this year, but it's all right. We always got another one.
Well, thank you, Dalton. Congratulations on your podium finish. Now we're going to send it on back up to the booth.
Well, Dylan Moore finished 11th last night. Had some changes, obviously, to the motorcycle. The track changed a lot, but they got things figured out. So an 11th the first night, a 1st the second night. That's going to be good for the point standings. What I like is Dalton Gauthier is definitely not satisfied with 3rd place finish here tonight.
Well, any young competitive racer would never be satisfied with a 3rd place finish. He had a goal tonight, was to win 2 in a row. He was certainly capable of it. Didn't quite work out for him. But congratulations to not only Dalton, but look at Justin Jones, a pair of 2nd place finishes. It looks like we're going to be pretty close in the points, but thumbs up to Dylan Moore, and fantastic job from the 3rd row going to the top.
Let's go back trackside for our winner. Picked up another award. Heather?
You're shutting down the shop here. You picked up another award. You got the Energia Fast Moving Award. That means that you passed the most riders out there. So we are going to actually present a check to you, but how do you feel about passing all of those guys and coming from 14th?
Oh, man, it's a dream come true. Just be standing up here on top of the box.
All right, I believe we have Alan Hansen with Energia. Come on up here, sir. He's got a check for you, which is always good. We'll let him present that to you now.
Dylan, on behalf of America's Natural and the Energia brand, I'd like to present to you $500 for moving up from 14th place to winning. Outstanding. You did a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It helps out a bunch driving out here from California. Thank you so much, everybody.
Super pumped young man right there, Chris, taking the win. We have one more race to go to wrap up Daytona Flat Track. Don't forget the Daytona 200 coming up tomorrow just on the other side of the embankment. You can watch it live on fanschoice.tv.
Wow. I tell you what, I want some of what Dylan Moore is taking, because you know what? For somebody who's pumped, he's pretty mellow.
He is pretty calm.
He's pretty calm, and I think that's key to a victory here. You know, this is the type of track, it's going to give you a little. But if you get greedy, it's going to slap you in a hurry. And you can bet there's a lot of these riders in this GNC1 final getting ready to come out here that paid attention to what was going on in that race, and some of them are filing it away in their memory banks.
Well, I would, you know, there's no way to check and see what the setup is on the motorcycle. They're just going to have to see and watch what his lines were. But now, that to me, that opens the field up for Brad Baker or for Brian Smith to come from the back of the pack. Or, you know, anybody can come. If Dylan Moore can do it, maybe I can do it too, is what they're thinking.
Well, it's going to give them hope, but I tell you what, it's a little bit different coming from 14th in the GNC2 class than it is to the GNC1 class, especially after they just got to watch it happen. There's going to be a whole lot of people looking to run that line right now, so things are about to get really interesting.